Hello again. Welcome back to We Three Geeks. Today, if I know what we're doing, we're going to probably be talking about, I think, some TV shows. More, of course, nerdy type ones like Walking Dead and Breaking Bad, maybe some others. But anyway,
I call Breaking Bad a nerdy show, but hey, let's talk about it because it's good.
Okay, but yeah, we'll introduce ourselves.
Hi, my name's Anthony, and I'm the delayed reaction guy.
And I'm Cody.
And I'm Terrence Jensen. Okay, so we know what we're talking about. Let's start with you. TV shows. What do you think's been good so far? I mean, like I mentioned, Walking Dead. I know we were talking about it earlier before we started this, and we really liked Walking Dead.
I love The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
I love the TV show. I'm a fan of the comic book series. It's basically what runs through my veins, besides cholesterol.
Okay.
I enjoy the show.
Cool. That's
much
awesome.
so.
Very good.
Cholesterol IVs.
My thoughts. Well, love The Walking Dead. It's a great show. I really do like it. I won't say when it came to the season, the finale here of season 3.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Yes, spoilers. And once again, opinions. These are all opinions here. Have we had any fact yet? Has there been? There's been some fact.
No fact.
No fact? Okay. Well, anyway. But yeah, spoiler alert. If you haven't really seen it up to this point yet, just look away or come back later. The ending was good. I liked it. A lot of people were wanting this huge frickin' battle to happen, where this bloodbath, shooting, everybody dying in a way that is just typical.
That's what happened in the comic books.
Right, that's what happened in the comic
governor,
books.
Everything just...
Right. And...
I'll never do that again.
But he will. The thing is with... I'm glad it's different than the comic books, because, people who've said things about the comic books I've heard about, I'm like, oh god, I hope it's not the same, because then I know then already, and it's not going to be as exciting. But they change it up. I like this better because it's better storytelling on television, because there's more character build-up, it's interesting, and there was a bloodbath, but just not the way you thought it would be. The governor just finally snapped, which you were probably waiting for the whole time. Like, when is he going to just finally just go ape shit?
Yeah.
He does, and he mows down his entire crew, except for 2 guys. So he pretty much succeeds in getting his bloodbath, but it can backfire on him, which is good, which is good to see that on like a TV or movie. That's what you want to see, the bad guy not always fucking win all the time, because that's bad. That's too negative. This was good in the sense that it was negative for his people, who really were kind of innocent bystanders, but it really seals the deal that this guy is fucked and needs to be dealt with. And he's still out there. We don't know where, but things are getting better for the prison. But the cool thing I liked is that we don't know where Rick's kid's at. Like, mentally, he's somewhere, and he could be going to a bad place.
He's a little governor, is basically what he is.
That's what I'm thinking. He's
a governor.
Too many bad things have happened in a bad way to his kid over the season that have just not gone well for him in any way. And it's starting to build up, and he's not... It seems like any positive light is, dying in him. And it's not good. It's not good.
It seems like he's just going to have to own up to the fact that this is all fucked. And you know what? I could see it where he's going to have to face the governor, and he's going to have an introspective moment. Like, I could be the governor.
Who are you talking about, Rick?
Yeah, Rick.
Okay.
And he'll have to face the governor. He'll have to sort of, like I said, have an internal discussion with himself. Am I the governor, or am I myself? Or am I going down the path like him and just going completely freaking bonkers, or am I going to sort of draw back and try to retain some of my humanity?
I think that's definitely what this season was about. That was the theme for Rick. I think at the end of the episode, we've seen that Rick has kind of come back to more of a sane, calm type thing, letting the people of Woodbury into the prison.
Yeah.
I think shows that Rick he's got his marbles back.
Yeah.
Which is good, because in the comics, that didn't happen like that. The comics, there was a bloodbath, and he got really effed up for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice that they showed that he didn't see Lori anymore there at the end.
Yeah.
You know, she...
Well, he had that one breaking moment.
In the comics, he's talking to Lori on the phone.
Right.
I'm doing hand movements. I apologize for that.
No,
But
okay.
he talks to Lori through the phone for several issues, and
Right.
I'm glad they're kind of getting away from that.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It was
yeah.
an interesting moment for Rick in the comics, but not everything translates well into the comics or the
into the TV show.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I think I'm having a stroke.
It's one of those. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've loved it so far. Yeah, season 2 was slower. There was, I mean, really the kind of the middle part got drawn out a lot. They I mean, the creators even said they stayed at the farm way too long.
Yeah,
but that's a
little
nice
bit.
thing. You know, even though they are at this prison, there's more things happening. Though there's been more interactions everywhere. They've ventured away. They've had to do things to survive, which is good. So if they don't quite leave the prison right away, that's all right, because they're still going to have to go out and find shit and explore, because that's their option.
Well,
So
I do agree that the middle part, the whole farm sequence, was a little drawn out, but it was sort of... I understand why they did it, because it was sort of that last vestige of the old
Right.
world. Because it felt like it was untainted, it was pure, and they could sort of hold on to it as if it were, good old times. It was
and then
very...
they got
In a way,
tainted
it was
everywhere.
almost Western. In a way,
Yeah.
it was kind of a Western.
And then, but it got fucked up, and it just led to the fact that this whole thing, no place on Earth is going to be left untainted by this entire outbreak. It just isn't. It's going to be a different world after that.
It's affected. There's walkers everywhere, or biters, however you want to look at it. If you're from Woodbury, it's biters.
Yeah.
But now we got two. I've created a camp of people. I'm Team Woodbury.
Instead
I'm
of
Team
Trekker and
Prison.
Trekkie, it's Walker,
I'm a
Fighters.
Yeah.
I'm a personal fan of Zed, but yeah,
Huh?
Zeds. That's another name for zombies.
Geeks.
Well, we're talking about The Walking Dead.
Yes, I know. But we
don't need any.
No, I like it.
We don't need any of your crazy out of the
I hear you
realm.
clucking. One thing I wanted to say
I should take a
is
shot.
I really enjoy how... Yes, you should take a shot. Take 2 in action. What I really wanted to say is I like how they handled the governor. How he started out with someone like, this guy actually isn't that bad of a guy.
Right.
But
Yeah.
then you see the heads in the fish tank. You see his daughter, which I think in the comic book was his niece, I think it was. But the daughter, I can't remember that far back. But
He's
his
fucking off his
daughter,
rocker.
he just
Yeah.
starts. He goes from here, good guy, to holy shit, it's Hitler. Basically.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I put my arm in your face, but I
Ah,
took a shower today.
you did. And anyway, I don't know that he did really, but anyway, the thing is, no, Walking Dead's really good. Now the other thing I wanted to bring up was like, if you like Walking Dead, maybe you've been watching Breaking Bad too. And I love Breaking Bad. God, one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. I'm saying that because I really do think there's hardly an episode that I don't know that I didn't enjoy. It's so well written. The characters are freaking great. I mean, Walter White is awesome. That character, the way Bryan Cranston, you are the boss, sir. You just exude amazing. It's just the whole show is awesome. I love it. And a lot of people are like, well, does this glorify drug producing, meth production, that world? No, I don't think so. I think it shows you how terrible it is and how you should never ever want to be a part of it.
It's a
you
story.
do not want to go there. It is
It's
a story,
just a
but
setting for a story.
it
That's
is.
what it
But
is.
human beings are fun people.
Yeah.
and they like to take things to a different
we're
standard.
pretty crazy things. aren't
But it's a great show. I can't wait for the last 8 shows. The last 8 episodes. Yeah, thank you. I'm like, it starts with an E, but I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited. When does it start? I forget. I just looked this up too. But here in the summer. But I'm excited. I think it'll end strong. But I tell you, it should be interesting to see what happens, because the last thing they did. Well, like you said, you really haven't seen it very far, so I won't.
I've seen season 1
You've seen season 1, yeah.
on the Netflix.
Right.
I-
But anyway,
yeah.
to keep this spoiler free, especially for this gentleman here,
I'm no
it's-
gentleman. But.
It is a good show. I really like. How have you liked it so far? Since you haven't
I
seen
enjoy
it.
it. The acting is wonderful. The writing is fantastic. I mean, it just comes to show you not just Breaking Bad, but just cable channels in general have the best shows because they're able to just expand the boundaries and what they can do.
Good point. Saying how like the network television is actually quite shit anymore, and cable is shit like AMC, which is winning all over the place. HBO, I mean Game of Thrones. I mean I haven't really seen it. I know you're going to be like, you're not a nerd anymore, Stab, and but I am. I'm planning on seeing it.
Lots of good nudity. I'm part of the nudity camp on the Game.
I heard there's a lot of food porn in that one too.
I love food.
What Spartacus? My God, there's
Spartacus.
I've never enjoyed wine more. But
I didn't see the last episode or the last season of it.
I have
because I don't have stars.
I've seen the first season and then the kind of prequel
I've seen
season.
all the other ones.
When Andy Whitfield was out because of cancer, yet he still lost the battle. Sadly, I wish he wouldn't have passed away.
But the guy that took his place,
is he good?
He's doing a pretty good. I think
Cool.
he did a good job.
I'm gonna.
He looks just like him. He sounds different, but he looks.
He looks a lot
it's a
like
spitting
him,
image.
which is crazy. Yeah. Australia knows how to build them. Apparently,
Australia. Yeah. I don't know why
He's
it's a
from
Russian
Australia, too.
accent.
But I say New Zealand. I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong by that.
All right. Fair enough.
I say that I'm part of the nudity camp in Game of Thrones. I was just making a stupid comment. It really is a great show, drama-wise, story-wise, acting-wise.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic.
You sound
show.
like a politician there. Backpedal back. I never had sex without.
Well, I enjoy the nudity. I'm not going to lie. I'm a pervert times 5.
I've heard that the with Game of Thrones, you don't really want to get too attached to any character because he has a
They will
tendency
die.
to kill main characters.
I'm not going to give a spoiler because you said you haven't
Yeah, I
seen
haven't
it.
seen
There
it.
are major characters that die within the first few episodes of the first
Crazy.
series that you would have thought that you would think that they're the stars throughout the whole thing, but they're not. Of course, if you read the books, then you know what's coming. But if you haven't read the books or anything like that,
Cool.
definitely a good show. I haven't
yeah.
seen anything of season 3 because I don't have HBO, but
I'll probably look up the books myself.
seasons 1 and 2, they make it into comic books too. Some of it's
but I've
comic
seen
books.
interesting comic book adaptations, like with
The Stand.
I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Was poorly drawn, but it executed pretty well.
But yeah, I mean, TV shows. There are some good ones out there. You're not going to find them on the networks, really. I mean, you're gonna have to go to cable. I mean, AMC, HBO, Showtime.
Or it's not really geeky, but House of Cards on Netflix. If you haven't seen
Netflix,
that, you got to get yourself a Netflix. And
Isn't
watch
that actually coming to cable?
Yeah, it's coming to DVD and Blu-ray.
Okay.
It's not coming to cable though.
Yeah, House of Cards is actually also very good. Kevin Spacey are also
It's
exuding
Kevin
the
Spacey's
awesome-
Kevin
really
Spacey.
good.
Oh, it is.
I
It's
think they
amazing.
might take a little liberties. I don't know if politics is that much fucked up, but it's still a pretty good show.
It's still a good show.
Well,
yeah. But yeah,
have a
Then again, you never know.
anyway. Well,
Yeah.
like I said, I was going to say I have a step brother-in-law, I guess would be the way to put it, who's actually works in NCIS, and he's actually watched the NCIS shows and he hates them. So, yeah.
The first couple seasons was pretty good, but then they, like everything, they just stretch it out. Like, well, it's a hit. Let's make as many episodes as we can, and let's stretch it out for as long as we
Right.
can.
Yeah.
And,
I loved NCIS.
and once you get to a point where it's like, okay, Tony DiNozzo, he's making a joke. Okay, here's Eva. Okay,
very
oh,
formulaic.
here comes Gibbs hitting DiNozzo. Okay, well, that's the show. I mean, it becomes the first few seasons were great, but then it's just,
I'm sure nowadays people go for Abby.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I didn't like her at first, but she kind of grew on me. I like her now. I
Yeah.
like
Perfect.
her a lot.
I like ending on that. We like ending on ladies.
Yes.
But so thank you for tuning in for this episode. But anyway,
Sayonara.
sayonara.
I need to come up with that. Yeah, I don't. I have nothing. What do you got?
What I got? Well,
That's Anthony Gerard.
yeah. And I'm Cody, signing off.
Okay. And you want to Vanna us again with the
Remember
comments
to
thing?
leave comments in the posts.
Yeah, so leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, please. And I'm Terrence Jensen, out.